What? Bang!
Pro Wrestling Podcast. Just when they think they got the answers, I change the question.
Rep, prove, rep.
Yeah.
Woo!
Who are you to doubt El Dan? Because this guy's a serious professional.
Can he do it? Unbelievable.
Too hot to handle and too cold to hold. And I am Macho King Savage.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty. I said WWE stands for...
It's me, Austin. I will never retire.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hey, yo, Pro Wrestling Podcast listeners, welcome to the show where we don't sing it, we bring it. Help us out and click subscribe to show your support. Hey, are you sick and tired of dropping who knows how much money? All I know is it's way too much money for the latest and greatest wrestling video game every single year. Dude, put that cash back in your pocket. You got to check out Wrestler Unstoppable, available totally free. All you got to do, go to their website, app.wrestlerunstoppable.com, where you can create a wrestler, sign contracts, get into storylines, headline PLEs, even build your own corporation from the ground up. And I mean everything from divisions to championships, everything, stylization, all of it, all included in Wrestler Unstoppable, totally free. Again, the website, app.wrestlerunstoppable.com. If you want to become a member of the Pro Wrestling Podcast family, you want your name in the shout-outs like my good buddy John down in Texas. John, love giving you that shout-out. Then you got to pop by our Patreon page at patreon.com/Pro Wrestling Podcast. Sign up today. Look, here's the deal. We got 3 ways you can do this. You could do the free subscription, and then you'll just get notified every time I put something up. Or you could go with our loyalty rewards program. For $15 a month contributors, you get to co-host a show with me. Think about that. You could be a part of the show. For $7.50 a month, I put you into a drawing to also co-host an episode with myself. I would love to share the radio time with you. Check it out. Go over to patreon.com/Pro Wrestling Podcast. Sign up today. If you have questions, comments, something you want me to touch on in a future episode, the best way to get those to me is through the Pro Wrestling Sound Off line, 267-642-1160, and I can get to those in a future episode, and I would love to engage in whatever conversations or needs you have as a listener. We love doing that for our fans. While we're at it, please check us out on all social media. When you get there, I don't care what platform you find us on. Here's what I need from you. I'm asking you for a favor. Okay? Some of you have been loyal listeners for a very long time. Spread the word. And if you want to help the logarithm to help us gain traction where we can bring better production to this, heck, one day I'd like to go to full video and not just do the audio. I need some help to do that. I need to get more logarithm views and things like that. So the best way to do that is make sure you like, follow, subscribe, give a comment. All those things help the logarithm out so that they put our show out there to more and more people, which in turn will help generate revenue for us so that we can create more content and bring you better quality. I would love to do that for our listeners. That being said, I am Dr. Fro. Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Podcast. Tonight, jumping into some conversation about John Cena. There was some confusion and questions about his contract status with WWE. Sean Ross Sapp over at Fightful has clarified that John Cena signed a multi-year contract as a WWE ambassador. There was some conversation this week about whether or not, if he became available, if AEW would be interested in signing John Cena. Well, the word is that 1, it's never been brought up, because 2, they consider it to be virtually impossible. Forgetting the fact that he has a contract, 1, he's not coming back to wrestle. He had talked about it earlier this year that it would be basically burning money. You know, he's got so many projects lined up, it's worth a whole lot of cash, and he'd have to give up some of those to be able to do anything. Now, unless Tony Khan's going to walk down after his contract runs out as an ambassador and offer him tens of millions of dollars, I don't see him even considering it. So I agree with Tony Khan and AEW here. I don't think it was ever even a consideration, not a speaking point, not seriously considered whatsoever. Moving from there, one of the other more controversial stories of the week, and I have my own feelings about this because of my background, AJ Styles coming to the defense of his son, Avery, who apparently Avery was at a GCW show in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He was paid to perform there. He did not build and tear down the ring, put up and tear down the ring, and some talent there got upset with that. AJ Styles basically went back and forth with somebody on Twitter talking about it. And there's been wrestlers, many, coming out in support of Avery that, I love that AJ Francis from TNA said that he goes to all these indie shows and he never sets up the ring. You know, why is it all of a sudden, because it's AJ Styles' kid, he has to pay his dues and put the ring up and tear the ring down. Look, I'm not telling anybody what to believe, what to think. What I will tell you is, in my experience in the independent wrestling scene, I'm not Mr. 1,000 matches. I've had 5 matches, okay? I'm not like a seasoned veteran here. I don't even have training, okay? I'm winging this. But when I get there, I have helped set up the ring every single time that we've had a show. That being said, I've never been asked to. I did it because I wanted to, okay? I don't know that I've ever seen any of the talent but one guy actually help set up the ring. So I don't know why. Maybe there's a different expectation depending on what company you're working for, but it sounded to me as though, and I believe I said it earlier, it was a GCW show. So we're not talking about a mom and pop shop. This is a quality company who I would imagine have people who always put up and tear down the ring. So a mountain may be made out of a molehill, don't know, but it's still getting banter on X and online. That being said, AJ Styles did have a conversation that if he were to return, there are 2 scenarios, and we've talked about it before about like with his sons and things like that, but he was very much more specific. He was like, he thinks he could do it at an indie show if he was working against his sons, which I thought was very interesting, or at a massive PLE tag teaming with his sons, which how awesome would that be to see AJ Avery and his son AJ Styles all in the ring together? Like, that would be so cool. I'm just saying. But yeah, we've all speculated. He said it when he retired that wrestlers nowadays always like get one time to come back or whatever. I'm fairly confident he will come back for something at some point. He talked about how it's all about the timing. He doesn't want to be 60 when he comes back, but it all depends on how fast his children develop in the wrestling industry and how fast they get pushed to wherever they get pushed to. And it makes a lot of sense. I hope it's sooner than later. I don't want to rush anybody to TV who's not ready, but I'm a diehard AJ Styles fan. I still have my first AJ Styles t-shirt. It's one that's black with blue coloring, and it's got him wearing like the headgear from early days of TNA. I still wear it. I love the guy. I think he's one of the best wrestlers in the history of in all of wrestling. So I just want to see him back no matter what it takes. Let's move on to some WWE conversation related to the LFG show, which, if you don't watch LFG, I get it. It's got an audience, and it's got the people who watch it religiously, and got a lot of other fans who don't tune in at all. They don't care about it. They don't respect it. It's trash to them. I love it. I really do. And 2 talents. One, Drake Moreau, who's been there for a little while. He is actually dating Roxanne Perez. But word came out that he has now gone down to AAA, and he's wearing a mask. He has no name yet. But then when he got down there, he's been attacking the Psycho Circus, which is like the faction that Psycho Clown belongs to. And then the storyline was the Psycho Circus thought it was Psycho Clown doing it, even thinking that Psycho Clown's partner, Pagano, was the one that was attacked by him or whatever. And now Psycho Clown has been attacked by this masked wrestler. Well, people online zoom in close, and they figure out based on physical features, markings on the body, that this is Drake Moreau in a mask. And I love it, because if you watch season 3 of LFG, episode 1, Shawn Michaels is sitting at a table talking about they need to get talent ready so they can get them to NXT as soon as possible. Then you fast forward to this week, and there's a conversation with Shawn Michaels talking to Elijah Holyfield, who, if you don't know, that's Evander Holyfield's son. He's been on LFG for a few seasons now. He's been at the Performance Center for over a year. That he is going to be sent to AAA. to do shows down there. And again, it's giving them an opportunity to be in front of a live crowd, but not WWE's main television audience, to try to get them ready. And I love it for Drake Moreau. Roxanne must be so proud of him. He's come so far. He has a lot to offer. He really does. He looks good. He's got great height. He's working on his skill set. I think it's a great move for him, especially in that lucha libre kind of style. Elijah Holyfield, I think he looks great. He had a major setback with an elbow injury, tore up I believe it was his bicep tendon, and he was out for like 10 months. But he is back. He's looked great, and now it looks like he's going to get his first chance to showcase his talent in front of a much larger audience, and I love that for him. Last thing tonight, Dave Meltzer having a conversation about the beginnings of the real-life issues between Kevin Owens and CM Punk. A lot of people know that Kevin Owens is friends with the Young Bucks, and I've known that for a long time, but I'll be the first to admit that I didn't pay much attention to anything beyond that in terms of stress and frustration between the two as it relates to why Punk and KO don't like each other. Well, Dave Meltzer addressed that. He said what it starts from is after Punk left WWE. At that time, KO and Sami Zayn were in developmental. When he left, Punk used to be like best friends with Kofi, with some other talents in the company. He cut everybody off completely. Stopped talking to everybody. And that really frustrated some people. And then Punk went to hit, at the time, his good friend Colt Cabana, and told him to cut everybody off as well. So that was the understanding between the two, that Colt Cabana and CM Punk were no longer going to communicate or have anything to do with WWE in any way, shape, or form, including talent who they had been friends with. Well, then apparently at a show in Chicago, Colt Cabana decided to go to a pizzeria and hang out with two of his very good friends from the Ring of Honor days, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And they had pizza together. And apparently that's one of the things that really drove a wedge. Because between he and Colt Cabana, he and KO and Sami Zayn, was the fact that he had specifically told him not to have any contact with them. And here Colt Cabana was defying his wishes. Now look, I'm not defending that. I actually think Colt Cabana can talk to whoever the heck he wants to. And if Punk wants to be a complainer about it or have an attitude about it, that's his cross to bear. I'm actually thrilled that Colt Cabana talked to them. But Dave Meltzer said something that kind of bothered me a little bit. He said, this is the whole reason that we have the wrestling landscape we have right now. He claims that this is why, the issues went down in AEW, why there was issues between he and Colt Cabana, why there's issues between KO and CM Punk, between the Young Bucks and CM Punk, all this stuff. And that is simply not true. Maybe there's an underlying frustration there, but the real reason Colt Cabana and CM Punk have issues is over the podcast where Punk was talking about WWE, and then there was a lawsuit. WWE sued them, and the doctor sued, and Punk and Cabana had to defend themselves in court. And Punk apparently had offered to pay for Cabana's lawyer and then didn't follow through on that. So Cabana was suing Punk for his lawyer's fees and all this stuff. That's what drove a wedge between Punk and Colt Cabana. It was not a pizza shop luncheon with KO and Sami Zayn. Now, if we dive deeper in, now I'm going to speculate. None of this is factual. It's my opinion analyzing everything we now know. If the luncheon is why he chose not to pay the legal fees for Colt Cabana, then in a weird way, yes, maybe this is the impetus of all that stuff. But you got to take a big leap to make that be, why Brawl Out took place and everything else. I think Brawl Out, if you pay close attention to it, it wasn't just Colt Cabana. It was his frustration with things that Adam Page had said in an interview, who's buddies with the Bucks and Kenny Omega. He went out, he was irritated with Page, talked some trash, talk trash about his buddies because he feels like they're always backed up by him, and that led to Brawl Out. I have a really tough time swallowing the pill that everything happens because of this KO Sami Zayn meeting with Colt Cabana. Seems a little far-fetched for me. Dave Meltzer stretching the truth to try to make a storyline and a headline. On the upside, he made one for our show, so I guess that works for us, but makes him look kind of like a fool if you ask me. That's all the time we have for this episode. Check back with us next episode. We'll run down the latest wrestling news and rumors. Special thanks as always go out to Suno for creating the music and sound effects I use in our show. If you're looking to bring a new friend to family game night, it's easy. I got 3 options for you. You got to get a new game. One of them, from Beezle Games is called Sketchy People. Showcase your artistic side in this game. It's like Chutes and Ladders and Pictionary all combined into one. Check it out. If you want something a little different speed, cruise the supermarket. Master your supermarket skills. Defeat your competitors. Be the first one to get in, get out. And that's through Banani Market from Doodle Games. And if you want to travel the cosmos, gathering all the relics necessary to go for the final challenge, pick up a copy of Legendary Elements from Fufu Games. All 3 games available right now at thegamecrafter.com. Grab copies today. You've been playing the same board games for the last however many years. It's time to try something new. And these smaller, more independent game manufacturers, they really need some support to keep their products going. Grab a copy now at thegamecrafter.com of any of those or any other games you find there. Some really revolutionary stuff there. If you're looking for your next career move, you're considering college or university life, maybe you just need some formal training for your next career decision, go to my website, frolifeplanning.com, for all your higher education needs. As Fro Life educational planning is for today, for tomorrow, and for life with Fro Life. I'm Fred Froelich, better known as Dr. Fro. I want to thank you for taking some time with us today. Until next time, take care, everybody. Have a great night.